there are a lot more people in comedies because there's just a lot more joke throwing out, and in drama it tends to help to have a smaller room so you have a more cohesive mind.
Yeah.
Because if you get to 15 people, all of a sudden it gets a little scattery. And in comedy, that's okay because you can have people go off and write 20 jokes.
That's a good segue to like maybe ask you a little bit about what it's like writing for a partner. I mean, aside from like the obvious downside, which you just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
you're splitting a check. Because like writing typically is something that's like, quite kind of a solitary endeavor.
It works great in the sense that by the time we hand in a script to someone else, be it a producer or a boss or whoever, we have already rewritten it 4 times because he will do a pass on a scene, then I will do a pass on the scene, then he will counter that pass, and then we'll kind of bring it together. So in a way, it's a good way if you can trust your partner. It's a good way to have an editor too. We have a rule that like you get to fight for something once. So if he were to cut a line, I would, and I really thought that line was important, which almost never happens, but it sometimes more happens with like big ideas or scenes or whatever. But if he were to cut something and I were to be like, wait, I think that's super important, and he would hear my argument or what have you, and then be like, yeah, you're still wrong. That's it. You don't get to keep arguing, because what it means actually is there's a better option. If we can't agree on something, it doesn't mean one's right or wrong.
Sure.
There's an infinite amount of options for every circumstance. It just means let's find a third option. And more often than not, that third option ends up being the coolest thing.